Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at eTrailer, and today we're taking a look at installing a Curt trailer wiring harness on a 2021 Kia Telluride. Now, trailer wiring is going to be a necessity if you ever plan on pulling a trailer, and the reason being is that's going to send your taillight signals to the trailer, letting people know when you are braking or making a turn. So that's going to keep you safe and legal. Now, this is a very easy installation that uses the factory trailer tow package plug, so it's going to be plug and play. You can have this done in your driveway in probably less than 10 minutes. So this is going to be a nice easy upgrade so you can get to towing. Now you see the 4-pole here hanging down. There's a few options that you can do. Our hitch is actually tucked back up here, so putting a dust cover, which this comes with, you can loop that onto the safety chain loop and it can live there. We also sell brackets here at eTrailer that's going to put this in a nice secure position. Now overall, the trailer wiring harness is really nice because it's module protected. So any backfeed that happens from maybe faulty wiring in your trailer is not going to go back here and fry anything in your electrical system. You also have an inline fuse, which is also another added protection. So if you plan on ever towing a trailer with your Telluride, this is going to be an upgrade that you're going to want to pick up. To begin our install, I want to take a look at the harness itself. And if you've never done trailer wiring, you're in luck on this vehicle because this is going to be a pretty easy one. It ties into the factory tow package, and as you can see, it's got this OEM style clip, and that's simply going to plug into the receiving end on the vehicle already. We then have a fuse holder, which we'll put a fuse in here, and that's going to give a little bit of added protection. It then feeds into a module. Now this module is going to protect us from any backfeed, and then from there it runs to our 4-pole, which we can mount. Our hitch is actually tucked up here, so it can live down here with a bracket or just mounting it to the safety chain loops. But that's going to be the basics of this, so let's go ahead and get this installed. We're going to begin on the driver's side here, and there's this little panel that's tucked behind in the rear fascia. There's going to be some plastic push pins that we're going to want to remove. Now, I'm using a trim removal tool, makes it pretty easy. If you don't have one, you can actually pick those up here at eTrailer, but also a flathead screwdriver will really get this done just the same. So just got to pry, there's a little gap that you can slide it in, and then these should come out pretty easy. Take your time on these plastic clips as they can become brittle and break over time. Now, so there's the 3 push pins, and then up top there's actually going to be some plastic nuts there, and those are going to be 14 millimeter. So I'll grab my socket and go ahead and get those removed. Now sometimes these just kind of spin around, so what you want to do is actually put a little downward pressure here, and that's going to help it kind of bring that nut down. And as far as all the hardware that we're taking off, you want to keep it in a safe place, that way you have it for reinstallation. So now we can set this aside. So behind this panel, you're going to see this plug here, and it has this nice little cap. It was really nice of Kia to put that in place, as that kind of kept some of the dirt and debris buildup from getting into this plug. So we're going to have to get this cap off here. So pushing on this tab, the larger portion should bring it off. I may have to get 2 hands on this to kind of pry it back. There we go. So now you can grab your harness, and this has one way. It has a similar tab just like we pulled off, so go ahead and get that clipped in. So now we just need to find a place to mount our module, and there's plenty of spots that you can put double-sided tape on this flat portion, or it has this nice hole here, which that's going to be pretty easy to just zip tie this on to our existing kind of wire loom, and that's going to kind of keep it protected, and it's going to have that panel to go back on, which is nice. And I'm going to wrap one more zip tie around here. Now you can do it this fashion. Zip ties tend to hold it in place really well. The double-sided tape that's also included in the kit is going to really hold this in place really well once you find a nice flat spot. You also have this hole up top. If you really wanted to, you could put a self-tapper screw. It's up to you, whichever is going to give you a good feeling that it's going to be secure. So now all we have left is to route our 4-pole over and put our fuse in. So I'm going to go ahead and put our fuse in now, and then we're going to get this tested before mounting our 4-pole. So take the fuse that comes with the kit and place that in the fuse holder. And this can also be zip tied up just to kind of get it out of the way. So here we have our 4-pole right next to our hitch, and really the only thing left to do before hooking up to our trailer is to test to make sure that it's working. Now, a lot of times people hook it up to their trailer and see that it's working, but sometimes that can be troublesome, as the fact if your wiring on the trailer is bad, it's going to give you a false negative and not really keep the wiring specific to the vehicle. So using a 4-pole tester, we have these here at eTrailer. It's a nice, easy, quick test, and you know that it's specific to the vehicle, so you can isolate it. So we'll go ahead and plug this in, and we're going to run it through the light cycles just to make sure it's working. So starting, I'm going to do our running lights. Next, I'll do left turn signal, and then my right turn signal, and finally my brake lights. Now with everything working properly, we can go ahead and install our underbody panel, and then we can get to towing. And that was a look and installation of the Curt trailer wiring harness on a 2021 Kia Telluride. Thanks for watching.